Welcome to part 6 of Jedi Survivor. We are getting closer to the forest array, and things are about to get intense as the Empire draws near. But there's also the issue with the wildlife. And let's not forget the Bedlam Raiders and their new droid army. Even though the Bedlam Raiders kind of take a back seat for this part of the game, they will return. Just like the Jedi. Return of the Jedi. Which I've actually watched again a couple of days ago. It's fine. I think I'm the only person on Earth that finds Return of the Jedi to be okay-ish. Great first and third act. Second act, though, it's just like, it drags on forever. It's like everything after the speeder bike chase, but before the Battle of Endor. Can we move on, please? But it's still a great movie. It's definitely the weakest of the original trilogy, that's for sure. Though I think my other problem with Return of the Jedi is that I definitely need to watch it after Empire Strikes Back. Like, I can't just watch The Empire Strikes Back on its own, like I could with The New Hope. It's definitely not standalone. Pretty much like any other Star Wars film, except for The Phantom Menace. I think that was also a good standalone story, but every other Star Wars film works in like 2 parts, maybe even 3. And that's why I can't deal with the Lord of the Rings movies, even though I love them. It takes too damn long. Anyway, we just got a crew cut. Oh, God. I do not like the crew cut look for Cal. I'm sorry. There's something off about it. Anyway, I just unlocked the shortcut, even though a prompt didn't show up on screen. It probably wasn't a shortcut. That leads to somewhere else. But we're going to progress anyway. Whenever you see these weird droids, you want to destroy them for priorite shards.
What does the Empire want with a backwater planet like Koboh?
Cal's got that fancy footwork, man. He's got that footwork. Could beat Little Mac in a fight. Probably not, but still. We just got the Diligence pommel for the lightsaber that you can customize at a workbench. A wacky workbench, you may say. Sorry, I'm also doing Sonic CD for the channel, and I've already recorded those 3 parts. And I'm starting to wonder why Sega made Sonic CD the way it was, because the level design is very, very, very questionable. But that's a subject for the CD playthrough. How did I not get killed there? Cal's immune to crushing, that's why. Like Sonic. This battle arena does give you opportunities to throw rocks at the biomall because, well, you got these pillars. You destroy the pillars, and then boulders will fall. Though I'm not sure if the biomall can actually destroy the pillars and damage itself. I was curious about that, but I don't think I've attempted here. Cal Kestis, Jedi Poacher. Say no to animal abuse. But if the animal is trying to eat you or gore you, then by all means. Alright, so we have to force pull these pillars out of the walls in order to progress.
These seeds belong somewhere with fresh soil. Don't know what that stuff is, but definitely doesn't look safe.
Here's a new mechanic that's introduced on Koboh, or at least this part of Koboh. This weird spore shit that Cal cannot breathe in for too long, otherwise he croaks. Or rather, Cal passes out and you spawn back in on the previous platform with clean air. You do not want to stand in this stuff for too long. It will slow Cal down immensely.
hard to breathe. High Republic data disk. I bet Z.
Another data disk for Z, and hopefully a way to get out of this situation. Oh my god, Cal, I thought you didn't weigh that much. Freaking grease is cooking, man, I swear.
You think this substance has anything to do with the array?
Koboh dust. Highly volatile matter unique to this system of the galaxy. I still don't know what it is. Why is it so volatile and lethal to me? And also, why is it in secluded pockets of air and not covering the whole entire planet? That is another good question.
So this is the work of Santari Kree. If the rest of Z's story is true, the key to Tanalorr should be around here somewhere.
Here's the forest array. Now, this place can be confusing on the first playthrough, but after more and more playthroughs, you'll figure it out. Hell, even on the second playthrough, you'll still probably get confused on what you need to do here, but it's not that bad. Let's change up the stance. We're gonna keep single and go with double-bladed for right now. There are gonna be a lot of chain gunners here, and you'll need that extra defense to deflect more blasters. And also, not to mention the wildlife here. They're still pretty intense. Anyway, let's get the wrenching pull, which I honestly don't even use that often since I have better force abilities and better lightsaber skills. In fact, I think I forgot I bought this. Wrenching pull is good for getting smaller opponents off their guard, but not so recommended for getting bigger opponents like the security droids. Unless you take the time to upgrade your force stats, you may be able to then. Here's another workbench, and here is where I work on BD1 and make him red like he's supposed to. The good old droid, he looks better in red. The assembly parts, though, just makes BD1 look famished and kind of naked. Take better care of my droids. See, what are those legs? What was that? What? No, put that back. No. BD1, we're going with the original BD1 look. We're just gonna paint him red, though. Starter paint, go. Where's Yavin Prime? If it's even called Yavin Prime in this game. It might just be called something else for all I know. I'm just looking for red. Droid red. Sure, we'll go with that. You can also determine how polished or how worn BD1 is, as well as your lightsaber and your future blaster, which we do not have yet. You have the option between ancient, aged, worn, well-kept, then pristine in that order. Probably a useless feature to have, but nice attention to detail either way. I need to Spider-Man my way somewhere. That's not where I need to go, but there is a secret. What's in this treasure chest right here? The Hunter shirt, which again, I don't use the Hunter set. It's okay. It's not the look I want Cal to have. It's very barbarian-esque. Which, I guess if you pair it with the crossguard stance, it does look really badass, but again, not the look I'm going for Cal. Always getting nervous around those spores. Because like I said, I don't even know what it is. For all I know, it's probably those flesh-eating nanobots from Everything or Nothing or something. Which also a game from EA. Pretty good Bond game from 2005. Back when Electronic Arts was good. Well, I guess the Jedi games are still good too, but that's the only exception for current day EA. They cut the cord on Dead Space. Madden is... Madden? What else do they make? Need for Speed? Is that good? I'm not really into racing games. Is Need for Speed still good? I think the last game I played in that series was Underground. It was the one where you're racing from San Francisco to New York. Or DC. It was one of those two cities on the East Coast. It was probably not even the game I'm talking about. It was on PS3. There's a lot of Need for Speed games. Who knows? Not my wheelhouse unless we're talking like Star Wars Racer. Or Midnight Club. I miss those games. Rockstar, you need to bring back Midnight Club, damn it.
That's not moving.
You've been stuck on GTA 6 for the past 13 years. Why not give us a new Midnight Club while you're at it? You have 12 studios! Oh, wait a minute. All 12 of those studios are working on GTA 6. That's when you know a goddamn game is way too big. It is way too big now. If I disappear in November and December and probably January and February, you know where I'm at. Okay, where do I go from here? Oh, there we go. Jump on here, and hopefully not get smacked by this giant... What is this thing? What kind of bird is that? Oh wait, is that the Shigo from the original Jedi Fallen Order? Well, whatever it was, it knocked me down.
Let's find another path. We might be able to help it later.
Was it Shiko or Shio? Or Shio? Okay, now I remember. It was Shio. Because it was a Kashyyyk bird. The 3 Ys.
That thing sheds.
And it turns out this particular bird from Koboh sheds. Not only its feathers, but its skin too, which is actually really gross if you think about it. So apparently it's also half lizard.
Something around here has a big appetite.
Don't worry, this gigantic bird only eats animals, not us.
One-way door.
We should be fine.
All right, let's go.
I can't say the same for this guy, though. And the good thing about facing off against these Mogus is as long as they aren't doing their red attack, whenever you deflect their shot, they always stumble back. If Cal can take down a Wampa so easily, so can Luke.
I've never seen tech like this before. And I scrapped some serious machines on Braca.
That was always the most disturbing part of Empire Strikes Back, was the Wampa attack on Luke, and then Han and Luke getting stuck in the code. I'm like, wow, you're really gonna start the movie like this? Good old George Lucas. But we kind of circled the facility, but there's a reason why we did that. We need to take this orb, put it in this coupler, and then turn the coupler around. Or not, it's already facing the vines, and it shreds the vines. Amplifiers will shred any thorns in its sight with a laser. Good thing is the laser is non-lethal to you, so you can just walk through it with no problem. Don't mind the cut, I just took a quick break. The save point was right there, so why not? What we need to do next is climb this structure. Or fail at doing that. No, Cal, get out of the spores. I guess Star Wars got inspired by The Last of Us. And judging by the end of this game, Cal is going to be a... Well, I'm not going to spoil the end of the game yet. You're going to have to wait for 10 weeks. Or if you beat the game, then you already know. Where to next? Okay, I'm going to have to slam down on this turkey. Early Thanksgiving for everybody. Getting back to the subject of GTA 6. Not sure if I'm going to buy it immediately because, well, we got a whole bunch of other games coming out that year. I mean, you got Wolverine. Hell, I might even just pre-order that instead of GTA 6. And also Ace Combat 8, which I might also pre-order because it comes with Ace Combat 0. A game that I have not really put that much time into, to be honest. Which is weird coming from an Ace Combat fan such as myself because I haven't played Ace Combat 0, and everybody who has thinks that's the best one. Also, this guy's just maxing and relaxing right now. Let's change that. I was just looking at the view and some Jedi scumbag rearranged my spine. I'm actually curious. What is the healthcare plan for the Empire? Well, now that I think about it, there probably is no healthcare plan, knowing Palpatine.
All the critters around the array are pretty riled up. Could be the dust in the air. Imperial patrols probably don't help either.
You will die fighting the good fight for the Empire, and I will laugh sitting on my throne. Not for nothing, I freaking love Palpatine as a villain, but he's a really shitty boss to work for. But then again, if you're just a lowly stormtrooper or a pilot, or hell, maybe even a low-level officer, you probably don't even have to deal with Palpatine. But then again, you have to deal with Vader, so that's probably worse in a way. And the thing with Vader is that he can show up on your ship at pretty much any time he wants. So that's another threat you have to deal with while working under the Empire. The little blue crystal that looks like a Force Echo that we just picked up back there, that is an upgrade for your mind trick. We can now confuse large fauna, so this Biomall who is being harassed by the Empire, let's press R1 and then circle, he'll attack, which gives me plenty of time to get away. Skipping out on some EXP, but other than the Biomall, the amount you get here is really kind of negligible. So I save time by running. Oh my god, he's catching up. Wait a minute, is that Rick? Oh, it's probably Rick. Shit, now I gotta run. Freaking Rick, the door technician. He was sent to Koboh to personally eliminate Cal. I'm not having it today.
Careful, BD. I don't know what else to say. Seer, I thought...
No, you didn't think. You perceived a threat and reacted.
If the Order had reacted faster, we'd still have a Republic. The Empire, the Haxian brood, half the galaxy wants us dead.
Yes. The odds are against us. But they will always be against us. Cal, you can't fight your way out of some situations.
This isn't the time to fight.
Rudder tamed. Now we can glide on these birds. And the controls are kind of weird.
Now, this is
If you're expecting to glide like your Batman from Arkham City or Arkham Knight, you'll be sorely disappointed because you can, but the bird just kind of drops off after that point. It's like it loses all momentum after that point. So let's glide all the way back around and circle back to the facility. This chain gunner's here again. He's not even paying attention. I could just stab him in the back. Imperial doctors and nurses hate me. Shit, I'm just stabbing people in the spines like it's nothing. Have you ever heard of Cal Kestis the Butcher? I can't say I have, but it looks like he's a new character in the Star Wars universe.
I won't let you win, traitor!
Man, how difficult is it to use a saber staff like that? Because it looks like it will be very, very easy to cut yourself. Try spinning, that's a good trick. Yeah, but now I just lost a hand because I'm freaking uncoordinated and I have a saber staff. I guess it's a similar concept to Bojitsu, except, well, both ends are pointed in plasma, so you can't really fool around too much with it. Otherwise, you'll cut yourself clean in half. Alright, now here you just don't do anything, don't dive bomb, just go straight for that center platform. Because if you do, the bird will just drop you off prematurely and you'll fall into the fog. That's why I don't like the controls for the rotors in this game. That move would have been a good opportunity to show a decapitation, but I guess Star Wars doesn't do that anymore, even though it did for the Masana TIE fight earlier in the cutscene. Like I said, it's a cutscene thing for this game. It's that, and then some of the other kill moves in this game are kind of sneaky with the human dismemberment. It's funny. There were a couple of Star Wars games that have dismemberment that I didn't mention earlier. Republic Commando was another big one that I even mentioned blood and gore on the back of the box, and there is a reason why. There is a reason why. Anyway, we just found a blue container in this misty stuff, and it is a diligence grip for the lightsaber. I'm not sure if I equip it, but it's a cosmetic option. Anyway, what we have to do here is rotate this platform in order to go the right way. You can force push it and force pull it, but sometimes it will get stuck on stuff, so you gotta make sure you're pushing the right way, or pulling. That sounded dirty, I know, but still. That eliminates the thorns on that side, which will lead you back to the beginning of this area. But I don't want to go back there yet. I want to rotate it one more time.
That did the trick. Let's move.
Okay, bird free. That means we won't get knocked over when we climb that area again. So let's make our way back over there.
How long they were stuck in this stuff. Looks like that weird matter around here can take on various forms. Let's hope that tower at the top of the array has some answers.
Got a new set of hunter pants, but this one's dyeable, which means you can change the colors. I'm not sure why they have two sets. Why not just give us the dyeable set?
I don't know. What's it matter? Well, I mean, no one can get in, see in, or... An enemy here?
I was trying to sneak up on you, but you caught on. Oh well, I'm just gonna turn you guys into mincemeat.
That's right. Have to slip up. We win. Ready for this? Assail the intruder. Nothing but air.
Scout troopers cannot block the saber throw, so use that to your advantage. In fact, a good majority of your force skills will cut right through scout troopers. But that's going to be it for this episode of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Stay tuned for Monday, where we actually enter the forest array. A good majority of secrets will be unleashed from a time long since past.